In the world of Java programming, dealing with databases can sometimes feel like navigating a complex and intricate maze. You have your neat and organized Java objects on one side, representing your application's data model, and the structured world of database tables on the other, where data is stored in a systematic manner. This is where Java JPA, or Java Persistence API, comes in, acting as a crucial bridge between these two worlds. Imagine you're building an application to manage customer data, such as a customer relationship management system. You'd have Java objects representing customers, each with properties like name, address, and order history, encapsulating all relevant information. Storing and retrieving this data directly from the database using SQL can be tedious, error-prone, and time-consuming. JPA simplifies this process by allowing you to interact with your database using Java objects, making the development process more intuitive. It's like having a translator that seamlessly converts your object-oriented requests into efficient database operations, and vice versa. This means you can focus on your application logic and business requirements without getting bogged down by the intricacies of database management, leading to faster and more efficient development. JPA stands for Java Persistence API, a powerful tool in the Java ecosystem. It's a specification that provides a standard way to map Java objects to relational database tables, making database interactions seamless. Think of it as a set of rules and guidelines that dictate how this mapping should work, ensuring consistency and efficiency. Now, JPA itself is not a tool or a framework, it's more like a blueprint or a set of instructions. It's more like a blueprint that guides developers on how to implement data persistence in their applications. To use JPA, you need an implementation like Hibernate or Eclipse Link, which are popular choices among developers. These implementations provide the actual tools and libraries that do the heavy lifting of converting your Java objects into database records and back, saving you time and effort. The beauty of JPA is that it hides the complexities of database interaction behind a simple and intuitive API, making it accessible even to those new to Java. You work with plain Java objects, and let's break down some of the core concepts of JPA, making it easier for you to understand and apply them in your projects. Entities. An entity is essentially a plain Java class that represents a table in your database. This means that each entity class maps to a specific table. Each instance of the entity corresponds to a row in that table, allowing you to manipulate database records through Java objects. You mark a class as an entity using the @entity annotation, which tells JPA to treat it as a database table. This annotation is crucial for JPA to recognize and manage your entities. For instance, you might have a class named user that represents a user table in your database. This class would be annotated with @entity to indicate its role. Entity manager. The entity manager is your gateway to the persistence context, managing the lifecycle of your entities. It's like a conductor that orchestrates the persistence operations, ensuring that your entities are correctly managed. You use it to persist new entities, find existing ones, update them, or remove them from the database, making it a versatile tool. JPQL stands for Java Persistence Query Language, a powerful tool for querying your database. It's a query language that allows you to retrieve data from the database using an object-oriented syntax, making queries more intuitive. JPQL queries operate on entities and their attributes rather than database tables and columns, aligning with the object-oriented nature of Java. These core concepts form the foundation of JPA, providing a robust framework for database interaction. By understanding them, you gain the ability to model your data, interact with the database, and retrieve information efficiently, enhancing your application's performance. Section 4, a simple JPA example. Let's look at a simple example to see how JPA works in practice. Imagine you have a entity public class customer, ID generated value, private long ID, column name =, customer _name, private string name // other fields, constructors, getters, and setters. To save a new customer to the database, you would use the entity manager, customer =, new customer, customer.setName John Doe, entity manager, persist customer. JPA would then generate an SQL insert statement, execute it against the database, and populate the field of the object. This simple example demonstrates how JPA simplifies database interaction. You work with Java objects and JPA handles the underlying database operations. Section 5. Conclusion. Your JPA journey begins. Mastering JPA might seem daunting at first, but by understanding its core concepts and leveraging its power, you can significantly simplify your database interactions and build robust Java applications with ease. As you delve deeper into JPA, you'll uncover more advanced features like relationships between entities, complex queries using JPQL or the Criteria API, and the ability to work with various JPA implementations. Remember, the key is to start with the basics and gradually expand your knowledge. With practice and exploration, you'll find JPA an invaluable tool in your Java development toolkit.